Marquez, well, he walked out of the Gresini Racing Garage and he's just walked straight back in there. So at the moment, with 5 minutes remaining, Marc Marquez, a spectator at the back of the Gresini Racing Garage.
Oh, that's heart rate up, stress levels, because like with the time left, can they do the repair, whatever it is, to that other machine? Something wasn't right. Look, what are they doing? He's seen something at the last moment. He's about to get on and then,
no, he just called it off himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is he just going to wait for the field to come round and latch onto the back of the pack maybe at the start of this lap? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought something had gone down there. Just slightly distracted out the corner of my eye. I think something just flew past our comedy box window, I think.
Yeah, timing-wise, he wanted to do something different. Yeah, that's it.
The thing is, though, Simon, you can imagine when Marc...
So he wants someone to chase, yeah.
When Marc woke up this morning, he must have said to himself a million times, don't fall off in Q2. He was down in FP2, he's been down in Q2 as well.
Yeah, he just didn't want to head out in that empty space with no one to use as a reference where, and it does help, have a reference ahead of you and when you're trying to squeeze absolutely everything out.
It would be so like Marc Marquez, though, wouldn't it, to still be on the front row of the grid. A front row at the moment, which features Martin, the World Championship leader, Bagnaia, desperate to win Ducati's 100th Grand Prix here in their own backyard. Just a short drive away from there, but Borgo Panigale HQ and Pedro Acosta on that front row. Yeah, here is Marquez, and this was a tactic, wasn't it? He wanted to get himself back in the group. He's letting Binder and Oliveira come through.
This is tricky, though. These riders are already lap up to speed on their first flyer.
Yeah. And
you've got, you know, tyres that aren't quite up to, and your body's mind is not quite up to speed. Easy to make a mistake trying to hang on. Yeah,
Marquez on that bike is currently out on crash right here in turn 14 at the back end of FP2 this morning. It has certainly been a Saturday that's had its dramas for the number 93. 53 points he is behind in the World Championship.
Martin straight to the lap time. Look at him.
Yeah. Hit Bagnaia as well on a real hot lap. Vinales clambers his way up onto the middle of that second row in 5th as it stands right now. The Aprilia rider into the high 130s, a 130.909. Aleix Espargo is a pretty teammate down in 11th place. Brad Binder, of course, who came through Q1 with the best time at the moment, down in 12th place. He's only going to have that one soft tyre available.
This is the lap, Matt, the next lap coming. They're almost finished the first flyer. Both Jorge Martin and Bagnaia will want to do something special starting now.
Yeah, he had his hand off the handlebar there, didn't he, Martin? I don't know if he'd just gone for the tear-off with all the bugs that are a bit of a distraction. Here we go then, just over 2 minutes of Q2 remaining here in Misano. It's Jorge Martin on course for his first pole position since the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg. A 130.245 is the time they're all chasing. Are we going to get a historic first ever 129 lap here in Misano? Marc Marquez this time around finds his way safely through turn 3. Crashed at the end of that first run, didn't he? Going through that fast right-hander. At the moment, Marquez still heading that second row of the grid. He's in 4th place.
Both Bagnaia and Martin, red helmet first sector.
Yeah, Bagnaia versus Martin. That has been the story of MotoGP, hasn't it, over the last 18 months or so? It's been the story of this Grand Prix of Emilia-Romagna so far. Yesterday, in terms of race pace, they were head and shoulders above the rivals here in Misano. Here's Bagnaia then now through the fast rights.
I really didn't know who would be faster in this lap, and it's looking like Bagnaia.
Bagnaia, we know how good he is, Simon, through 11, 12, 13. Cavone is his corner here. The high-speed, spectacular, jaw-dropping 5th gear corner, 250 kilometers an hour. They clip the curve there on the inside. Bagnaia is building here, potentially for a record breaker, for a history maker. Is it a 129 lap from the reigning world champion? Over the line we go. Oh, so close, so close. He's in P1. I think they were expecting a 129 from Bagnaia. That's this session over. Has he taken pole position? A 130.031, another all-time lap record. He's over 2/10 clear of Jorge Martin. Martin on his last flying lap. Has he got anything left in that Michelin rear tyre?
Bagnaia, red helmet first sector, so he's still pushing on.
On board then with Martin we go, through turn 6. Don't think he's going to have anything for pole position.
Sorry, that was a mistake. It was from the last lap, so Bagnaya's rolled out of it.
Marc Marquez at the moment, he's still on that second row. That'll be a big win. A big win for Marquez if he finds himself inside the top 6 despite the crash at turn 3. Of course, it could get better. He's had his personal best first sector. I don't think anything to give Bagnaia any late headaches in terms of pole position. Yeah, and I think Marquez, yeah, he's out of it. He has backed out of it. So it's over. Marc Marquez then now at the moment just hoping and praying that he can cling on to that top 6. He will not want to be on that third row of the grid once again, particularly with the race pace of Bagnaia and Martin. Brad Binder, third place. Binder came through Q1. He only had one soft tyre left at his disposal, and he's got himself on the front row. A 1:30.636. Brilliant by the South African. Are there any more late drama coming our way? A Bastianini firing up here, potentially for a front row lap. Through turn 16 he goes, born and bred, just up the road in nearby Rimini. Over the line goes the beast. And he does pinch the front row. He does deny Binder late on. So it's an all Ducati front row here in Bologna. An all Ducati GP24 front row lockout once again. And crucially, it pushes Marc Marquez onto the third row of the grid. That late charge, that late 1:30.564 from Enea Bastianini has dumped Marquez down to 7th place. Back-to-back Misano Grand Prix then.